Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. One second, there's a little spot on my case. Okay. Today is Monday the 26th. I had to remember, sorry. It's cold here. Once again, I'm in Texas and I was gonna do a video sooner, but the internet's been down. It's been icy and cold, and yeah, there's not much I can do. I can't get outside and do anything besides walk the dogs. My hair is a mess. Oh my gosh. Sorry. So anyways, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Kimberly. I'm owner-operator K-Bells Crochet. And if you're not, welcome back. So what have I been working on? I have been working on knitting a dog sweater. Isn't that cute? The little arm holes. Those, I'll knit little arms on it. And then we got the holes for the harness back here. A harness hole. So that is what I've been working on. I need to get this to 6 inches. And then I will start working on the banding on the back of it. This is a YouTube video by Calico Radio Knits. I'll put that in the description. Sorry, my eyes are all blurry. I should probably put my glasses on. So I'm getting ready for this Wiener Dog Fest. My market has been canceled this coming weekend, January 31st, due to the weather. So Saturday is supposed to be a 28-degree morning, and then it's only going to get up to 39 or 40. I'm not going to risk getting out in that cold weather, knowing that no one's going to show up, because literally no one will be there. I'm not going to do that. It's way too cold, and I might sound like a little wimp, but I live in Texas because I like the heat. Okay, if I wanted to live somewhere that was cold, I'd move to Alaska. Or, Russia. I'd move to Siberia, Antarctica, whatever. I don't like cold. I'm not a cold-natured human. Now, when I'm having hot flashes, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to get out in it without a jacket and watch the steam come off my body. But I'm not going through that right now, and I'm cold. It is nice and warm in my home, and luckily, so I'm not worried about being cold right now. So yes, this is what I'm working on. I am just knitting away and watching some YouTube on my iPad while I watch the pattern on my phone. It is really nice having an iPad to be able to do multitasking, because I can read the pattern off my iPad as I watch my phone, or read the pattern on my phone as I watch my iPad. I'm glad I got one for Christmas. I needed one in my life, and I am very thankful to my husband for getting it for me, i.e. Santa. So, wonder what all of you wonderful folks have been working on lately, and how's the weather where you're at? Because, oh, they keep hollering this is the nastiest storm Texas has had. Well, remember 2021 when it snowed and our grid went down and we lost power, and then we had intermittent electric where it would come on for 5 minutes and stay off for 45 minutes? Yeah, that was the worst. That was horrible. We had no water where I live. We didn't have electricity. We did have a generator, thank goodness. And we had a propane heater, so that did help a lot. But you could only have the generator on for so long because obviously it's gas powered and you didn't want to run out of gas. We've luckily, thank the good Lord, have not had to use the generator this time, because this so-called storm of the century is nothing compared to that one. And then we're supposed to get hit again next weekend with another Arctic blast. And I am still dog sitting for my son. I told my son I didn't want him driving home from being staying up at the room that they put them in at the hospital for the baby. And I've got his dog. I'm perfectly capable of dog sitting, seeing how I have 3 of my own, and his dog is not that difficult. He is very hyper. I think he's got ADHD sometimes. He's just very hyper. But other than that, he's a good boy, and we welcome him. So, there's not been much going on. I've still not have yet started working on the little tutus that I'm making, that I'm going to make. I did measure my sister's dog to see how long I need to make it and how wide, because he's a Chiweenie, and so, you know, he's got a little small, round little tummy, and so I measured him. I just need to start working on him. I just wanted to get this knitted up because I'm going to try selling some of these outfits, and I have not yet decided on how much I'm going to sell them for. I was thinking $25 or $30 since they are hand knit. You know, but I'm not sure how many people would want to buy them. I'm also thinking about making, I think I said this before, but making little outfits, sewing little outfits for them. I think that would be cute. I looked up how to do it, you know, and all I have to do is get the measurements correct, and I can start sewing up some little outfits for my wiener dog race stall. I will be paying for that next month. My husband's going to help me pay for it. Hopefully I can get my spot. I do still want to sell crochet items, just not as, I don't think I'll sell as many, just because, like I've said before, this is mostly geared towards dogs. So, man, my hair looks horrible. I'm sorry, I don't get embarrassed that easy, so you're seeing my hair, you're just seeing my vulnerability, because it is what it is. I brushed it, but the static in the air is just, my hair was sticking straight up after I brushed it because of the static electricity. Hopefully this little guy doesn't take me much longer. I've been working on this for 2 days now, and now that I'm to the point to where I've already got the, you know, the raglan stitches and the armholes done, and then I just got to pick up stitches and do some binding on that. My eyes are itching. There must be some pollen in the air. This is the part that takes the longest, though. It's just straight stockinette stitch, and this takes the absolute longest because you're just going around and around in a circle, and around and around and around and around and around, and it just takes forever. See what I mean? Just around and around and around and around and around. But from this point, where am I at? From this harness hole down, I need to do 6 inches. Or what does she say? Well, I thought it was 6 inches. Oh, she said 10 centimeters, but that would be 4, and I want it longer because Dachshunds are longer. And so I'm gonna do 5.5 centimeters, which is 6 inches. I mean, not 5.5, 15 centimeters, which is 6 inches. So, Why would I say 5.5? I don't even know. But that's where we're at on that. I'm not quite sure how many of these little guys I'm going to knit up. I was going to use this yarn that I'm using to make me a sweater, but then I thought it would look cuter as a dog sweater, and it's thin. So, you know, Dachshunds are cold-natured. They get cold, they like to snuggle under blankets. And this is very lightweight and thin. And I thought it would be the perfect material to just put your dog in, you know, anytime, really. And so that's what I chose. I might use, I have 2 more skeins of this. It's not going to take an entire skein to make this, but I might end up making a couple of more in this color, just because it's a pretty color and it would go really good against a copper-haired animal. Need to get some more of this yarn in different colors. But for now, we're doing what we're doing. See, I've already done 3 rounds now, just talking. 11-11, woo-hoo. That's the only word I know, apparently. So, I'm going to continue working on this guy. I will jump back on here later on tonight. Right now it's 7 o'clock. I'll probably jump back on at 9, show you my progress. And I'm more than likely this won't be done until tomorrow. And I'll jump back on and show you the finished product. But look at that. Oh, and also I doubled the collar. So, that's what the inside looks like on the double collar, picking up stitches. And it's really stretchy, really stretchy. And I really don't know with these guys if you have to block them. I guess I'll find out at the end of the video. But, I mean, this, look, it's so cute. I mean, look at that. Look at how cute it is. A little dog sweater. It's just so cute. Anyways, guys, I'll jump back on later. Hey, everyone. Bye. Good morning. So I did not get to get on last night because, excuse me, I got really busy. I was going to jump back on at 9 o'clock and show you my progress, but I got too busy. But here we are. I'm actually 3 inches in. Well, 3.5 inches. And this is what we're looking like. The cutie patootie. 3 more inches to go, and then I can start working on the trim around the bottom. And then get the armholes tidied up. This will be complete by the end of the day. I'm pretty sure of it. And then I will jump back on and show you guys what it looks like. I have to take my son to a dentist appointment right now, so I'm unable to get on and knit. But like I said, I will show you the end results. Look how cute that is. It's so cute. I'm going to try it on my puppers, but this is supposed to be a small. Now it looks more medium to me. My gauge is off. I know my gauge was off. So, and I'm using a larger size needle set than what is recommended. So it says 4.5. I'm using a 5 actually, because I want it to have a little more give. I want it to be a little more stretchier. But all in all, I think it'll work out. So, like I said, later on I'll jump back on and show you the end result. And you're going to be surprised at how cute it is. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one. But I have 2 different patterns. So I'm going to kind of combine both patterns to make one. Because the other pattern is easier to knit up and quicker to knit up than this one. But what I will do is I'll make the double collar with that. I use that other pattern, but do the double collar and maybe the armholes, and the rest of it, the end part will be the other pattern. I don't know yet. I'm working with stuff and fiddling around, and yeah, we'll see what works for me. So I will see you guys later on. Take care. Hey, everybody. So it's been a couple days since I started that dog sweater, and I have finished it, but I got a really bad sty on my eye. It was really swollen yesterday, like almost swollen shut. So I wasn't able to jump on and finish the video up, but I'm able to get on today. It's still swollen pretty bad. The sty is like right there, It hurts, but it's going away slowly. But, ta-da! What do you guys think? Is it cute or what? Look at those little leg holes. Oy. And then the neck, the turtle neck. Then we have the hole for the harness. And then the back. So this is a different style from the ones I've done before. I gotta be honest though, I don't really like it. The only thing I like about it is the turtleneck. That's the only thing. The other one, the back kind of tapers off, and it just looks better. I don't really like this style, but maybe somebody will like it. But also, I did make a couple of tutus. Oh, goodness. Oh, no, don't stick to that, please. Oh, okay. I made a mini tutu and a longer tutu. So far, these are the only ones I've made because this has glitter on it, and the glitter just falls off everywhere. It's all over my floor. I'm going to have to clean the floor up when I'm done. It just falls. It's just everywhere. It's all over the place. So I won't be using the glitter one anymore, but I do have more tulle that's non-glitter. So, and then I got a pattern to make small bandanas. So I bought this pattern on Etsy. I bought this material. I'm going to buy more material, but so far I've only bought these. This one has got, what's it got on it? Roosters or hens. This one that's got little dog prints on it and hearts. It doesn't say, oh, it says Poppy. Paw Love, Poppy Paw Love. And then that one, other one was, let's see, what does that say? It doesn't give a name for that one. But, nonetheless. And then sunflowers with cowboy boots. Look at that. I thought this one was so cute. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to make some in that. And so far, I've only got those 4. I am, however, once I start making these, I have to take my sewing machine into my kitchen, put it on the kitchen table. I have to find my ruler. I had a ruler that when I don't need it, I can find it. And when I need it, I can't find it. So right now I need it, so I can't find it. So I have to find my ruler. If not, I'll just buy another one. And I have to set up my iron and get my patterns cut out. But when I do make my first bandana, I will show you guys. It's probably not going to be perfect because I'm just not great at sewing. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not the best at sewing, but I will show you. And this was a $6 pattern, so I'm going to make a ton of these. Now, the reason I've said before, the reason I'm making these is because I'm signing up for the Wiener Dog Fest in Buda again this year. It's April 25th and 26th, or April 26th and 27th. Some of those days. I have to pay for it. I just spit. Sorry. Marley, get down. Sorry, my dog's getting into stuff. I have to pay for it this month, so I will be doing that. Well, I have to pay for it February, and it's not February. Tomorrow's the 31st, so I have to pay for it February 1st. Anyways, so I'll be paying for that. It's $250 for that market. And so I'll get that paid for and get that taken care of. This year I will be over by the wiener races. Last year I thought that's where I was going to be. Turns out that's not where I was. But it is what it is, and I digress. I made like $700 there, or $650 last year, just being on the outside. Now, I want your guys' honest opinion. How much do you think these are worth? Like $10? $10, $12? I don't know. I mean, they're easy to make. They don't take that long, really. It's just cutting the tulle and then tying it on the nylon. The nylon wasn't cheap. The nylon... Am I saying nylon? The stretchy elastic, not nylon. The elastic, I've had this since last year. I can't remember what I was using it for. Oh, I was making hair scrunchies, which I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to make a hair scrunchie. So it'll be like a bandana for your dog and a hair scrunchie for the mom. And they'll be matching. So I was going to make sets like that. And then, yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking $10 to $15. Maybe $15 for the longer ones and $12 for the shorter ones. I don't know. I've never made these. I've never sold them before. So I'm really not sure how much to sell them for. But give me y'all's opinion. I do value your opinions. If I didn't, I wouldn't ask. I mean, that's just how that is. So give me your opinion. Tell me what you think. I have to get some hot glue and glue this down because my elastic is the 1 inch, and I don't need a 1 inch band to make these. So I need to glue this down, or maybe I'll sew it down, and then it'll be ready to go. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get this video edited and get this video put up so you'll have something fun to watch over the weekend. Have a fabulous weekend. I hope everybody stays warm. It's supposed to get cold again in Texas. Yes, my hair is wild. I don't know. I brushed it. It's static electricity. It's just wild. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Bye.